Good evening to all of you who are joined in the online program. Today, Sunday, we always are enthusiastic because we always we always have some special person talking to us on Vethathiri. And today we have a very special guest, Professor Muthu, a very close friend of mine, who has been running this program in Middle East, in Qatar for the last 20 years. He has been organizing programs there. He would speak nicely both in English and in Tamil. He was also coordinator. He continues to be a coordinator for Kuwait as well as the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. He has been instrumental in conducting many yoga classes for students in corporate sector. And he is a multidimensional personality. He's an MIT graduate and instrumentation, and is in a very senior manager position in Qatar. Extensively traveled in Middle East, conducting programs there. The online programs he has been doing for the last 20 years. YouTube, he has got more than about 200 lectures. And he has also been conducting programs by which, through introspection, actually practice introspection and transform our lives. Many people have been benefited by that. Earlier to that, Professor Visalakshi, she did a very good meditation. All in all, we're going to have a wonderful time. Without taking much time of you, I would request Professor Muthu to give his lecture on how to be happy without attachment. Yes, without attachment, we are not able to live at all. How do you do that? And still be a family person, still be a part of the society, and still be happy. So now I hand it over to Professor Muthu. Thank you. Be blessed.
May the whole world enjoy prosperity, happiness, and peace. May the whole world enjoy prosperity, happiness, and peace. Be blessed by the divine. Pranams to every one of you. And I am really very happy to have Balachandra sir introducing myself to this today's program. He is my role model. I used to say in many of my lectures, I simply follow him. And I learned all the Vethathiri principles from him only. So I always have a very high regards, gratitude to Balachandraya. Now, today's topic, everyone wants to succeed in life. And what is success? Success, many people have many definitions for success, achieving what I want in my life. The greatest form of success is being happy all the time. We know that the South Indian superstar Rajinikanth is, he used to tell that, I was so happy when I was working as a bus conductor. Now I have money, power. Power means Prime Minister of India goes to his home to meet him. So what kind of influence he has? But still he was so happy when he was a bus conductor. So the external things like material, possession, power, influence, name and fame, that doesn't decide the happiness. Then why we are not able to enjoy happiness all the time? No, what is the problem there? We hear people saying, I am not happy because of this reason. This clearly shows that we have not understood the science of happiness. And today's topic is how to be happy without attachment. So we are going to discuss some ways to enjoy happiness all the time. Happiness is a mental state or mental habit or mental attitude. If it is not learned and practiced in the present, it is never experienced. It cannot be made contingent upon solving external problems. When one problem is solved, another problem may pop up. This is what Maharishi himself said. And also he told, the biggest problem in life is to expect no problems in life. So obviously we will have problems in life, then only we can get rid of our past karma. But all are equally given the capability and energy to face all the problems in our life and to enjoy happiness all the time. It is not something new for us. We used to enjoy happiness when we were a small baby, 2 years, 3 years, even with a small sound, we used to laugh. We used to enjoy everything. Every moment we see, we enjoy. Even if mommy beats the baby, in 5 minutes, the baby goes to mother to kiss her. So we forget the past, we don't worry about the future. In fact, the baby, as a baby, we did not have money, we did not have power, we did not have much knowledge. Now we all have it. Irrespective of that, we are still able to struggle to enjoy happiness all the time. So something is wrong somewhere. What are the topics we can discuss today? One is little bit the physiology about happiness or pain, and what is attachment, and what is the opposite of attachment called detachment, and what is the best solution to enjoy happiness without attachment. And there are simply 4 steps based on Maharishi's poem, and that 4 steps, if we can apply in day-to-day life, definitely we can enjoy happiness all the time. Maybe we will discuss this in 2 parts, and today we will discuss whatever possible, and then we will finish it off the maybe 3 steps in the next lecture. Now let's understand the physiology of happiness or the science of happiness. If you are into Vethathiriam, I'm sure the first thing you might have learned about biomagnetism. So if I have my wallet purse, and if I have 10,000 rupees, and I have 10,000 rupees in my purse, as long as I spend from that money 10,000, within 10,000, I am okay with it. But I want to take a coffee for 600 rupees in a 5-star hotel, which is available 50 rupees outside. And in an unusual way, I am spending it. Still, I will not be happy maybe. Or I spend more than 10,000 what I have in my wallet by taking loan from somebody else, then also I am not going to be happy. That money in my wallet is nothing but the biomagnetic energy what we all have within us. So if I spend excess biomagnetism, the 10,000 rupees he has in a wallet and he is spending out of 10,000, he is happy. So the excess biomagnetism, whatever I have, if I spend it, I feel happy. Morning 8 o'clock, Sunday, and my friend calls me, can we play cricket for 1 hour? Wow, happy, because I'm active and I used to work in the office, but now today is off, so I can play cricket. But at the same time, on a weekday, after returning from office at night 7 o'clock, and the same friend is off on that day, so he is telling, come, let's go and play cricket at night 7 o'clock. Sorry, are you stupid? How can I play cricket now? I am so damn tired by working in the office for 10 hours. So we are not happy. Same cricket, I loved it when I play in the morning, but in the evening I can't because my biomagnetic energy is less. And if I have to spend the biomagnetic energy without much stock, even if I like it, but I feel as a pain. That is one definition of happiness. One definition of happiness is excess biomagnetism is being spent, I feel happy. If not, I'm going to feel that as a pain. The second definition is whatever happens around me, if it is not in line with the quality of imprints I have or in line with my expectation. Husband, the wife did something wrong in the kitchen, something fell down, big noise came, and this fellow was talking to his boss over the phone and he got irritated. And then he shouts his wife by saying, I should have married a donkey rather than marrying you. Now she feels very hurt because he says, I am worse than a donkey. And now she is unhappy, he is unhappy. Why they are unhappy? Because something is written in his genetic center. Genetic center is the database what we have. We call that as a karma, we call that as an imprint. And that imprint decides what I am enjoying or suffering now. Whatever happiness, whatever pain. Pain and pleasure depends on the quality of karma what I have, quality of imprint I have. If I have positive karma, I get a situation so that I enjoy it. If I have a negative karma, that manifests as painful situation, or what I expect, it will not happen, right? So the second definition of happiness is whatever happens around me, if it is not matching with the quality of data I have within me. That means indirectly, the reality is not in line with my expectation. I want my wife to be keep quiet, to keep quiet in the kitchen when I am talking to my boss. That is my expectation. That is the imprint quality. That is a karma. And if she is making a noise, I get irritated, I get upset, and I feel that as a pain. And I don't want to be called as a donkey. So when somebody says me donkey, then I feel as a pain because I am a man. That is what it is written in my genetic center. So now, how to be happy all the time? 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. Two ways. One is excess biomagnetism. If I have excess, you keep spending the biomagnetism, do whatever, and you may enjoy the happiness. For that, Maharishi has given beautiful practices to increase your biomagnetism, lamp gazing, mirror gazing, meditation, silence, all that will help me to increase my biomagnetic level, the quantity and the intensity, and even in terms of quality also, silence and meditation, right? And so that alone cannot keep me happy, because even if I have excess biomagnetism, whatever happens around me, if it is conflicting with the type of data I have, then I'm going to feel that as a pain. So for that, what we should do, I should purify my database. I should purify my genetic center, the quality of imprints. How can I purify the genetic center? What is the best method to purify the genetic center? Not only best method, the fastest method, so that I purify my genetic center in 6 months' time. It cannot be done in 1 day or 2 days. It's a continuous, regular efforts are required to purify the genetic center. So how can I do it? I don't know. Some of you might have joined half an hour before, or when the Zoom was started. One of the poem, it was played, right? In that poem, Maharishi says, superimposition. If we follow virtues, that will purify the genetic center. That was that explanation, or that was the wordings that the poem was there. So the fastest method to purify the genetic center is every minute I have to purify. Not only during Turiyatit meditation or during Turiya meditation. No, that speed is not at all enough. Even if I do 20 years of meditation, my genetic center will have a poor database. Guarantee, take it from me. But if I take some effort to purify every minute, then whatever I do every minute, that gets superimposed on the existing database, and the new database which sits on top of it, that will cleanse the old, past, bad, negative karma. So what should I do every minute? Every minute, whatever I think, whatever I speak, whatever I do, that has to be as per Maharishi's guidelines. If that can be as per Maharishi's guideline, that is called virtues. If I follow those, then every minute I am taking an effort to purify my genetic center. In 3 months' time, maybe in 6 months' time, 95% of genetic center can be purified. Not 100%. Still something will be there, right? Forget about it. At least if I can be happy out of 24 hours, 23 hours, 40 minutes, perfect, right? So I have to purify my genetic center every minute. That is the fastest, powerful steps I can take to purify my genetic center. So what should I do to purify my genetic center every minute? Now let's understand, why are we not able to enjoy happiness? Of course, I have to purify the genetic center, right? Until I purify it, or how can I purify it? I have to know the science behind happiness and pain. What is causing me to feel pain, which is the opposite of happiness? I'm not the moment husband says, I could have married a donkey, I feel upset. What make that situation feel me as painful, right? I have to understand that. The husband is saying to his wife, I should have married a donkey rather than you. The guest who is at the home, he is not upset for that. Maybe he may be happy for the husband to shout his wife as a donkey. That fellow is not at all happy. What is the difference between wife and that fellow? When both hear the shouting from that man that I should have married a donkey, there is some difference, right? That is called attachment. Attachment. What is attachment? Attachment, is a connection. And connection means 3 ways of connections are possible. Physical attachment, emotional attachment, and spiritual attachment. Let's start with the spiritual attachment. Spiritual attachment means my spirit, my soul is attached with another spirit or another soul. It is called soul attachment. And we all know that if somebody's soul is attached to my soul, I have two souls. I have two CPUs running in my physical body, two computers running in a physical body. Idli is there, dosa is there. Which one I will take? One soul hates idli, the other soul hates dosa. Now, it's a problem that is called split personality. So, if my soul is attached to another soul, if there is an attachment between the souls, I live a life of split personality. Sometimes I enjoy idli, sometimes I hate idli, I enjoy dosa, and you get enormous power when you have a different soul working together in my body. Spiritual attachment is so dangerous. That is why we are taking some precautions. Even on 9 center meditation, we don't meditate more than 1 minute in Swadhisthana because to avoid those stuff, right? So soul attachment is a bad, and not only bad, dangerous. Now, physical attachment. When a twins is born to a mother, unfortunately, the twins are born with both hands are connected, merged. It's the skin is attached, and two babies are born with the two hands attached. What the doctor will do as soon as the twins are born, they have to separate it. If both hands are attached together, definitely the kids cannot live peacefully, happily. No way. So they have to make a surgery to keep the kids separate so that each one is allowed to live on their own and each one can enjoy happiness. Similarly, physical attachment is so dangerous and we can't enjoy happiness all the time. Assume not only twins, my wife and myself. My left hand, her right hand is attached with a tie of rope. My left leg, her right leg. My waist, her waist is attached with a rope, tied tightly. And if we have to walk for 5 minutes, it's a serious problem. And if she gets stuck with a stone, she fell down, I will also fall down. And not only on the floor, maybe on her, or we both will. So if she goes through a painful situation, I will also have to go through the painful situation. Maybe not same degree, but I will have to go through the pain. If she falls down, I will have to fall down. No other choice there, right? But what would be a good situation? If my wife falls down, I should be in a position to protect her or save her or lift her so that she doesn't fall down. Or after falling down, help her to recover from the situation. Immediately do whatever needed for her to get out of the pain. Then there is a meaning there. So attachment, physical attachment, there is a big problem because there is a pain. If she goes through a pain, I have to go through a pain. If she goes through a happiness, I also have to go through a happiness. When she is enjoying it and my boss calls, I have to attend the phone call, not with a laughing mood. I have to seriously listen what my boss is telling. So when she is happy, maybe I may not be able to enjoy that happiness because my body works in a different manner. It's a problem. So the second attachment, which is a physical attachment, it will give pain. It is a serious problem. We both cannot walk even for 5 minutes. That is also bad. Now, the third type of attachment is emotional attachment. Is it good or bad? Now, the one boy, 10-year-old boy, he was riding a bicycle and fall down. And there are scratches on the face, scratches on the hand, scratches on the leg. And he comes with a crying face to the home. And immediately mother and father, oh my God, what happened? Immediately they apply some oil there and clean it. And in 2 minutes, the boy says, Mommy, please leave me alone. He goes inside his room and close the door. He doesn't want mommy or father to take care after that. Or the son comes with 20 marks in maths exam with a bad marks. The exam papers were corrected and given on that day. And she just gives the paper to the mother and he goes inside the room and close the door. And mother is asking, Mommy, leave me alone. Please don't talk to me. And not only boys, girls, even between husband and wife, between relations, the husband is shouting and then mommy, the wife wants to be alone. And we want to be alone sometimes. Why that situation is happening? In fact, mommy is approaching the son to take care of him when he has scratches with 500% love, 500% attention, 500% care. Why that is happening? That is because of emotional attachment. Physically, they are not attached. Spiritually, they are not attached. But emotionally, his mind, mother's mind, both are connected. Hotline communication is happening there. So what? What is the problem? She's his mummy. When he is going through a pain, she will also go through same pain. When the boy fell down, got scratches, he has a pain, she will have the same pain. In fact, mother will have more pain. Why? Now mother will think, oh, what I should do now? This boy is not able to ride a bicycle. This is the 10th time he fell down. Now what will happen when this fellow grows older? He has to manage office, he has to manage his wife. What? Oh my God, he is so careless. What will? Now she started extrapolating things after 10 years, after 20 years, about his capabilities, about his abilities, about his what will happen in future. All that worry, all that fear added to the emotional pain, what he goes through because of physical damage, right? Scratches. Now, mummy has more negative energy because of more intelligence and more emotional attachment and more love, so-called. It is not love, actually, more affection. Now, what will happen? Mother carries huge amount of negative energy than the boy. We all have intuition. Intuition will guide us in most of the days if we are keeping quiet. The boy's energy tells him, shut the door with mummy. Mummy carries more negative energy than what you have now. She is not going to help you with more energy. The boy needs positive energy. The boy needs to recover from the pain. The boy needs to take a right decision to come out of that maths problem where he failed. But when mother is with more negative energy, she passes that negative energy to the son. And not only that, her frequency is above 14 cycles per second. That means emotional state. That means she can't take a right decision. That means she is tempted to do mistakes now, tempted to give pain to others because of emotional state of his mind. All that nonsense happens there. What nonsense is? Irritation, agitation, objecting, rejecting, criticizing, finding fault, or commanding or demanding, and crying. All that emotional temperaments takes place when the frequency is above 14. Now, in mummy is going with the care. The intention is good, but the method is totally negative. If suppose mummy is not attached emotionally at that moment, then she will carry positive energy. As a mother, she will carry more love, more attention, and she definitely will be able to know what the boy is thinking, what exactly he needs, where exactly the problem is, and how he will obey, how I have to say for him to follow my instruction. All that ideas will come when my frequency is below 14 cycles per second. If my frequency is above 14, I will not even able to understand what he thinks, what he wants, and what is the right solution for the problem. This is the problem which is happening between the people because of emotional attachment. Instead of giving power, instead of giving positive energy to heal him, she is giving negative energy to the boy. Not only between mother and son, it happens between husband and wife, between parents, between brothers, siblings, wherever we are emotionally attached. That attachment gives pain to you, gives pain to others. You increase your negative energy and you spread the negative energy to others. You increase your mind frequency and you increase others' mind frequency as well. With that increased mental frequency, you are tempted to do 6 bad temperaments: greed, anger, immoral sexual passion, too much of attachment, all that sins, major sins. You will be doing all that. You will be giving pain. That's the problem. And then what is the actual solution for this problem? You will not know, and the other will not follow also. Other will not listen. He will say, leave me alone. I don't want to listen anything. Leave me alone. Why? Because of that much negative energy. So attachment is bad. So because of emotional attachment, all this happens. If you see Valluvar, you know the sacred couplets, 1330 couplets are written by Thiruvalluvar. He has written 10 couplets under the title attachment. And 2 of the couplets is very important to know. in which he says, Patri vida idumbaygal patrinai patri vidadavarukku. That means if someone is attached to the attachment, pain will attach to him permanently. That is a English rough, not as good as Balachandra sir, but a rough, loose translation of that poem, that couplet. Okay, that means if I attach myself to the attachment on anything, then pain will attach to myself permanently. That is what the first couplet says. The second one, பற்று அற்ற கண்ணே பிறப்பு அறுக்கும் மற்று நிலையாமை காணப்படும். The moment you get out of attachment, the moment you get rid of attachment, the cycle of birth, you are liberated. You are liberated from the cycle of birth. Else, pain will stay there permanently. This is what he says. So attachment is so bad because we see emotional attachment, physical attachment, spiritual attachment. All three forms of attachment is a troublemakers. Now, let's come back to Maharishi. Maharishi says, attachment is must on 5 things. Materials. I have to have cloth, I have to have good room, I have to have mobile phone, computer. To make my life journey comfortable, I need materials. To buy materials, I need money. I need things. I need house. Nothing wrong in it, right? So, material. Name and fame, power, sensual pleasures, people. All 5, we have to have attachment. No difference there. Then what is wrong? Why Valluvar said like that? And one of the great scholars said, even if it is a god, don't have attachment. That also can cause a problem, right? So attachment is bad, but attachment is must. Then what is the solution? What Valluvar said, what great scholar said, their definition of attachment or detachment is separate, is different from what we understood. What Maharishi says, you have to have attachment in life, all these 5 things, no doubt in that. But that attachment should be like, you know, the lotus leaves, how water is there on top of the lotus leaves. Lotus leaves is in water, pond. Water is there on top of the leaves, but the water and leaf, it's not attached, but it is there. The water drops are there on top of the leaves. It doesn't go anywhere, but it is not physically attached, right? So it is called detached attachment. What we have to follow is, we have to attach, but we should be able to detach when it is required. As if we are cooking rice in a rice cooker. The moment, you know, in our home, 3 whistles. The moment 3 whistle comes, reduce the flame, keep it for 5 minutes, then rice is ready. But instead of reducing the flame after 3 whistles, if I keep it for 10 whistles, the rice will not be, we can't take it in a solid form, it will be in a liquid form, right? And sometimes even you can't take it in a liquid form, it will be black in color because the fire evaporated all the water inside and it is dead bad, right? So we can't even eat. Similarly, attachment is must, but you should be able to detach when it is required. Now we have to learn when I have to detach it, how I can detach it, so that I don't compromise happiness all the time, irrespective of what is happening around me. That is what we have to now learn. So far, what we said, we saw happiness means 2 definitions. 1, excess biomagnetism is spent, that is felt as a happiness. 2, excess happiness is there, but at the same time, what is missing is what is happening around me is not in line with my database. Then also I can't enjoy happiness all the time. So the database what I have is a genetic center. I have to purify the quality of my database, purify the genetic center, right? So excess biomagnetism can be maintained if you do meditation, silence, mirror gazing, lamp gazing practices, and quality of database can be purified. And Maharishi has given 3 methods, and one of the method is superimposition, and the best and fastest and powerful method is to purify my database every minute, through every thought, every word I speak, and every action. And that is what we have to learn by detached attachment. What's the time? 4:40. Okay, so how can I apply detached attachment in my life every day. When to attach it? With whom I have to attach it? With whom? All outside people? No, that is must. But we also apply detached attachment with one more person also. We will cover it in part. We will discuss that in part 2. So now when to apply detached attachment and how to apply detached attachment in day-to-day life, right? So let's see when to apply detached attachment to enjoy happiness all the time. Simple. Whenever something happening is against my expectation, whenever I feel some pain, whenever I go through pain, whenever I started feeling pain, I am sitting for lunch, my wife is bringing yesterday's idli for lunch. The moment I see idli, I am upset. Whenever I feel pain, whenever something is against my expectation, I have to apply detached attachment. Detach yourself. You know, in the car, you go first gear, second gear, third gear. The detachment means go in the reverse gear. Let the car go back, not front. We all have the habit of going forward with what is happening around us. Instead of fighting with what is happening, let me take a seat back, reverse gear. That is called a detached attachment. Once I take a reverse gear, then I have to apply 4 steps. What are the 4 steps? We will discuss only 1 step today, and we will cover the balance 3 steps on the part 2. I think not coming Sunday, following Sunday. Okay. Now, step 1, to apply detached attachment in daily life to enjoy happiness in all situations, right? Step 1 is no question of being asked. Whatever happens around us, why you are calling me as a donkey? Now husband says I should have married a donkey rather instead of you. Normally, what happens? The wife replies, yes, it is correct. You did not get the opportunity to marry a donkey, but I got the opportunity to marry a donkey. Now that fellow says, that means I am donkey. Finished now. The situation has become now worse now. Now, why? How can you call me as a donkey? Why you are calling me as a donkey? Why you fell down from a bicycle? See, I told you so many times, don't ride fast and things. No question should be asked, irrespective of whatever the situation around us at that moment. So, step 1, don't ask why, how, when, where, why. No question is being asked is the step 1 whenever I feel pain or whenever the reality is against my expectation. So when reality is different from what I expect, don't ask why. Step 1. Why I should not ask why? What is the problem in asking why? Is it not my freedom to ask why? Yes, valid question, logical question. We all have intelligence. We have to apply intelligence everywhere before we do anything. Why? Absolutely. Even this also, why you fell down, we can ask, but not now. Not applying detached attachment. That question have to be asked later. That question have to be analyzed later, not when I feel pain. When I feel pain, don't ask why. Why I should not ask why? There are plenty of reasons, minimum 10 reasons I can list down. Because that much is the power of asking question. Now, let's go through why we should not ask why for next, I think 2-3 minutes only there for today's 30 minutes given time, right? Okay. Now, we all want to eat. Why? We want to live. Why we want to live? If you ask why I have to live, I think if you are even a beginner of Vethathiriam, you will know what is the purpose of living, because that is the first topic Maharishi has given as an introspection, right? The purpose of my birth, the purpose of my living is to realize the divinity, to realize that divinity in me, in everyone, in everything, everywhere. That is called self-realization, divine realization, mukti, moksha, renunciation, liberation, enlightenment of consciousness. We call that as a different names, but the meaning is one. I have to realize the presence of divinity in everyone, everything. Okay, I can talk till 7:30. Okay, perfect. Thank you so much. Great. Right. So now, why I should not ask why? First reason is the purpose of my life is to realize the presence of divinity. If that is the purpose of my life, how can I ask why? Maharishi has written in a Tamil poem, இயற்கை என்ற பேராட்ட காரனுக்கு நாமெல்லாம் எடுத்தாடும் பகடை காய்கள் பீத்து எறிவான் இடமாற்றி வைப்பான். He has written a poem in which he says the nature is a biggest player, and that biggest player can do anything to our life, can shift us from one place to other place. Not only shift decently, he can throw us from one place to another place. Means he can give pain in any form. That is a power of biggest player, which is divinity or God or nature. Who in this world is born to say that it is wrong? இதை பிழை என்று சொல்ல பிறந்தோர் யார் இவ்வுலகில் பேர் உலகில். That is the last line of that poem. That means who in this world can say that is wrong? What is happening around us? Nobody can say that is wrong. What is happening around us? So if husband says donkey, if the guy says leave me alone, and he closes the door, mother is so care, so loving, still the boy closes the door of his room, doesn't want mommy to enter there. No, we can't ask why. If I ask why, that means I am delaying the purpose of realizing the divinity in everyone, everything, everywhere. Why? Because the moment I forget divinity, the moment I forget everything is divine, ego comes in. That means, hey, how can you call me as a donkey? Now, how can you call me as a donkey? The God is playing with super conscious intelligence. He is so powerful. He is executing everything. He knows my wife doesn't do anything according to my wish, according to my instruction. She does everything according to divine's instruction. In fact, according to my karma, divine tells her to do like that. When he is talking to his boss, she will make a big noise there. Yes, that is what the instruction given by God to her, so that I get rid of my negative karma. So whoever around me, whatever they do, it is not as per my wish, as per my karma, as per divine instruction. They are doing everything. How can I say he is wrong, she is wrong, and you are wrong, he is wrong? No sinner in this world. This is another poem. Kutravali endru pavi yarum illai. There is no sinner in this world. He has not done any mistake. She has not done any mistake. That fellow, that boy who fell down from the bicycle, got scratches, he has not done any mistake. According to my karma, everything is happening perfectly. So I can't ask why. If I ask why, I forget the presence of divinity in him, divinity in my wife, divinity in everything. That means my purpose is delayed. I have to cross the ocean to reach the seashore. That means divine realized. I become the divine realized person. But now I turn the boat, I go backward. If I ask why, I am not forwarding, I am not progressing in my life towards my goal of self-realization or divine realization. Instead, I go backside. So that is very bad. So it is against my purpose of divine realization. Number one reason why I should not ask why, whatever happens around me. Second reason is, the moment I forget the presence of divinity, I said ego comes in. And what is ego? I and me, I and mine. How can you call me as a donkey? How can you say that leave me alone? I am your mother. I have been feeding you. I have been taking care of you. How can you say like that? I comes, power comes, possessiveness comes here. This I and mine, if it comes there at that moment, that means when ego comes in, happiness goes out. Both cannot coexist together, right? When ego comes in, happiness goes out. That means mother is not unhappy and wife is unhappy. Husband is also unhappy to call her as a donkey. So when ego comes in, what Maharishi says, illusion comes in, Maya comes in. When Maya comes in, negative imprint starts increasing. Negative karma starts increasing. That means I am tempted to do six, the negative temperaments like greedy, anger, and all that. By that, I do create sins. I am born to get rid of my past karma. Now I am adding negative karma. Instead of getting rid of my loan, I buy another loan, another loan, another loan. By what? By asking why. When I ask why, ego comes in. When ego comes in, I create pain to others, or I create pain to myself. That also people do a lot. I am worried about my son. I am worried. I have a lot of fear about what is happening with in his studies. Why, how, what kind of fear, what kind of worry? All that is a pain to me. That is also a sin. Sin is nothing but giving pain or taking pain. Both are same. Sorry, both are equally considered as a pain, and both will bring a result as a pain or disease, mental agitation or disease in future. So second point is ego comes in, happiness goes out. Third point, because of ego, illusion comes in. Because of illusion, I do mistake again. When I do mistake again, new sins are increased. When new sins are increased, negative karma is increased, future is not going to be pleasant. More and more pain will come. That is why problem persists for a long time. Husband is smoking for 22 years. I have been telling her he is not quit. This is the one point he is not stopping it. Quitting. He is not quitting smoke. Why he will not quit? He will not quit. Because I keep asking why. I create more negative karma. God will keep that problem permanently, as Valluvar said, because I'm attached to that emotionally. Unless I detach with that attachment. Detachment is not like I don't care. With more care. Maharishi has given a beautiful definition for renunciation. உறவிலே கண்ட உண்மை நிலை தெளிவே துறவு. That means clarity in realizing the truth in relationship is detachment or renunciation. So detachment means with attachment I have to detach. Okay, so there is a minute difference which I have to attach, which I have to understand. That means take the reverse gear. Don't ask why. If you know step 2, step 3, step 4, you will understand. That will tell you how I have to care more to the boy, to the husband who is calling me as a donkey, right? So that you will understand. Now, so why I should not ask why? Because purpose of birth, self-realization is postponed, delayed. 2, ego comes in, happiness goes out. So I am not happy now. I feel that as a pain. Third, when ego is there, I do more sins. Illusion comes in. Now I don't know the truth. So I do wrong things, more and more sins and more pain in future. That is the third one. Fourth one, when ego comes in, mind frequency goes in above 14 cycles per second. When the mind frequency goes above 14 cycles per second, I will not have clarity. I will not be able to take a right decision. I will not be able to analyze and find out what is to be done to fix the problem. Why son is always telling, leave me alone? Why he has developed so much of hatred feeling with me? I have to find the actual reason. I have to do the right thing to get that problem out from him so that he loves me, not hating me as a son. So I need to find the right solution. If I have to find the right solution for my problem, I have to keep my frequency below 40 when something goes wrong. Husband is not doing exercise for 20 years. Why he is not doing it 20 years? I am not able to find the right solution. And in fact, I am developing more negative energy with him, more hatred feeling, and he has more hatred feeling. Now the friction is more, gap is more. How they are going to listen to each other? No way it is possible. So it's a problem. So right decision I cannot take if my frequency is above 14 cycles per second. Not only that, fifth one, when my mind frequency is above 14, my biomagnetic energy is drained like anything. It is like giving my Visa card to the use it, no problem, use it. Now what will happen? My biomagnetic energy will keep on reducing. Whenever I ask the questions to the whoever is doing wrong against my expectation, my biomagnetic energy will keep getting drained. What will happen? My immunity power will go less, my energy level will go down, and I will not be able to give the productivity as I used to be because of loss of biomagnetic energy. Now, I am supposed to help my son. Now I am weak. How can I help my son? How can I help my life partner? Why my energy is weak? So I become useless. In fact, I become, in fact, luggage for them. That is why boy is telling that, leave me alone. I don't want to see you. Not only come, I don't want to see you. He closed the door. So that much hatred is being developed. Why? When frequency is high, my biomagnetic energy is going down immunity is going down. Now the physical health is a problem. Whatever disease I have, it will take more time to get cured, and new diseases, more and more new diseases will come and sit with me because my energy level is low, my immunity is low, because my frequency is high. Whenever I ask questions, whenever I object what is happening around me, so physical health is affected. Next, seventh point, mental health is affected, because when ego comes in, happiness goes out. Now I am not at all peaceful, not only happy, unhappiness, even worry about my son's future, or worry about so many things which is happening around me. Nobody is following my instruction. Nobody is giving respect to my words. What is happening around me? What for I have to live? Depression will sit in. Mental health is seriously affected because of that. Okay, not only that, social health is seriously affected. If I keep asking questions to what is happening around me, if I don't like it, nobody will become close to me. Nobody will have an innate relationship. By hi relationship will be there. If I am sick, somebody have to come and take me to hospital. That much quality of relationship is very important. So since 1938, Pepperdine University did the longest research in this world. Since 1938, still they are doing it. And the research result says the person who is enjoying happiness after retirement purely depending upon how harmoniously he is maintaining relationship with the people around him. As simple as that. If how many people I don't like, until I die, I should not hate anybody. Just try to think about this one point. See, is it possible or not possible? Until I die, I should not hate anybody. It is possible. But we have to work on with every person why I am hating this fellow. What is the problem there? Why? Because I ask why. Because I have some values, I have some principles. And if he is not as per my principles, my logics, my intelligence, I hate. So I have to change that, right? So that asking question, I don't ask why it is raining, why milk is white, why dog is barking now. We don't ask. The rain will come, but I take an umbrella instead of asking why it is raining now when I want to go to a movie. I don't ask that question. I take an umbrella and go. That umbrella is the thing we have to do now to face that situation. So asking questions is a problem. The mental health, depression, all that comes in. Now, if I keep asking questions, genetic center is getting more and more affected. So more and more negative karma is sitting on top of that existing bad database, and now that will go to my children as well. If I ask questions for something which is against my expectation, my son will ask questions even if it is in line with expectation. The boy comes with 99 marks in maths. Instead of appreciating him, where 1 mark is gone, what is, I know you will do silly mistake. Where that silly mistake is, oh, come on, what is happening here? So it will become a habit to find fault. So that is a problem. People will become pessimistic instead of optimism, right? So all that problem will come by because we simply ask questions, right? So the genetic center get affected and it passes to the children. So we are not passing good imprints to the children. And the last one is willpower is reduced. Willpower will diminish. We do meditation every day twice, morning half an hour, evening half an hour. By doing half an hour meditation, if I increase my willpower from 100 to 120 units, for example, half an hour meditation, 10 units willpower is increased. Morning 10 unit, evening 10 unit, end of the day, before bed, my willpower is from 100 to 120 units, just for understanding purpose. And if I ask questions, how, and all that every day, 10 times, that 120 will become 60, 70 by the time I come out of the office. Because I asked so many questions, right? And there is a medical research which says that if I get irritation or anger for 3 hours, the body takes to come back to the normal mode. That means the frequency goes above 14. To come back to below 14, it takes 3 hours approximately. So, one second, just a second. This is the one. You just my signature. Okay, take it. Thanks. Yeah. Close the door. Yeah. So now what I said is, so willpower, whatever meditation gave me willpower, that will go out, will get less because of asking questions, because of objecting what is happening around us. Asking question is an objecting, is conflict with what nature is doing it. Maharishi says, I can't say it is wrong, but we ask why it is wrong. So that itself is reduces the willpower. What? So what? Okay, let the willpower gets diminished. What is the big problem there? If willpower is good, whatever I think it will happen. Son will not say, leave me alone. What I think he will follow. What I think my husband will follow. If I want to, I want to go to that restaurant to take dinner today, my wife will also have the same thought pattern. I'm not telling from the philosophy or theory. I am telling out of my own experience. Believe me that. So if you increase your willpower, your thoughts are reflected in others, and what you think it will happen and what is possible only you will think. What a blissful life it is, right? And that is possible if you keep on increasing willpower. Whatever we think, whatever we speak, whatever we do, that should increase your willpower, not diminish your willpower. So because of all these reasons, step one, we must follow by not asking any questions when something happens around us is against my expectation. This is step one. As time is 7:30, I will conclude here with one simple quotation. Of course, the quotation was in a different way said by a scholar. To me, it was wrong. I modified it, and that quotation, what I would like to say by concluding is, pain is not the end of past bad karma. It is the beginning of new karma with an invitation to live happily. In fact, to live blissfully. So all painful situation is because of bad karma. Nothing wrong, no second doubt in that. But it is not the end of negative karma. It is the beginning of new karma. Maharishi has written in Manavalakkalai Volume 1, The Art of Human Excellence, or whatever the title is, the Volume 1, Chapter 1, first page. Everyone in this world wants to live happily. But when they experience the pain because of the past karma, they do mistake again, and they go through pain and pleasure only. Hardly people go beyond pain and pleasure to experience peace and to experience bliss. So whatever challenges, difficulties, problems, painful situations we have, it is not the end of past bad karma. It is the beginning of new karma with an invitation to live happily. And that invitation says, follow these 4 steps. If we can follow step 1, step 2, 3, 4, the problems also will get solved. And we can also, there is no need to compromise our happiness. We can keep on living with happiness. In fact, blissfully. What I think it will happen, what is possible only it will happen. So to get that situation, I pray the Almighty and Guru's blessings to all of you to enjoy that blissful life. So with this, I conclude today's lecture. We will continue step 2, 3, 4 after one Sunday. Thank you so much. Be blessed by the divine.